Okay, what is going on today, guys? Evan Aldo here, up in a different location, for the holiday week, and looking at Bitcoin right now, we are kind of rejecting, or we are rejecting from a significant area. Yeah, that's the first thing we're kind of looking at right now. What's up, Omnia? And guys, always appreciate the likes. So I wanted to give you guys a live stream. Bear div about to print on the 2 hour, so it kind of looks like more in the short term, like we potentially could have more of a pullback here. However, we're still in a very bullish kind of trajectory, a very bullish kind of macro outlook, I would say. And trigger wave brought you up, trigger wave brought you up higher. Could be a continuation, trigger waves bringing you higher here. So that's what we gotta kind of keep in mind here. I think the main macro thing that I like right now is the 3-day and the 2-day look like you could have some continuation. I mean, we could come up to 39, get a bear div, then reject from there. So that's the big thing that I am kind of looking at, in respect to that, where I would say, okay, yeah, 39K, don't quite make the 40, and then reject. So yeah, pull back to 35. I mean, maybe. It's definitely possible. I mean, I think anything's possible as always. Kind of a triple top type thing here. But when you zoom out a bit, it does seem like we could be forming what could be somewhat of a reverse head and shoulder type situation. See the head right there, and then the two shoulders right there. So that's what we got to keep in mind. And yeah, ultimately there, bear div rejecting from that kind of area right there. So, and then trigger wave, kind of forming on some of these lower time frames. So yeah, that's ultimately what I'm looking at right there. Let's try a local kind of fib level to where our golden pocket is. So retracements of this golden pocket is going to be big, potentially down to 37K could be huge. And if you're trying to go short on this bear div that's going to confirm in 9 minutes on the hourly, let's see how you could kind of do this if you're trying to go short right now. I would, nice 1-to-1 risk reward ratio there potentially. I mean, you could do something like that. That may be decent. That kind of area right there, 1-to-1. I would probably try something like this. That'd probably have a good shot at winning here. Down to that area, and then after that, I could see us potentially going forward. So yeah, let's look at Ethereum. Then we'll take a look at the requested XRP. If you guys have any requests, let me know. If you do a super chat, any amount, I always look at those. So yeah, and yeah, ultimately, if we look at Chainlink right now, or Chainlink, Ethereum. Let's do a little bit of a local kind of fib to give us some ideas here. Actually, let's do a volume. Let's see some volume. Let's see the area we're in. Okay, so right there, rejecting from that point of control. Also, to get more SR points, let's do so golden pocket right there. Similar to Bitcoin, I mean, you're getting bear divs, you're getting stuff happening, money flow coming out. But trigger waves are forming, so it could be, that jump up, and then, I would still say the macro is pretty bullish on these. That 2-day, that 3-day look pretty good, especially the 2-day. It looks pretty good. Money flow coming up, VWAP coming up as well. So yeah, and then that daily looks pretty good. That trigger wave right there. So I do see the case to come down, but I still think we're in a generally pretty macro uptrend, and I do think we potentially could get back up to that high of the year, 21.3, and then potentially make a new high of the year, into the next few weeks. We are coming up with, Thanksgiving the last 2 years, or actually last 3 years, it was generally bearish. This could be the first year where it's kind of a bullish Thanksgiving, and we do come up a bit. So that's something to keep in mind here. So yeah, and then so if we do look at, you got a trigger wave on the monthly here, and yeah. Coming up, so real short term here for ETH. I kind of like if we wanted to zoom out a little bit, where could we just trying to, if you wanted to take this 4ELX is kind of long, maybe go up to that area. That could be something. That could be a trade to take potentially. Yeah, right up to maybe that low right there. You might see that. Yeah. Not a terrible idea right here. Keep an eye on that. Let's look at Microsoft making a new all-time high. ChatGPT, I guess. And then yeah, monthly is pretty good on XRP. You know, macro is still pretty good on most of these. I do think. Daily trigger wave right there. Does look pretty, yeah, it does look pretty bearish on their 6-hour. That 6 hour does look pretty bearish for XRP. So you could be headed down farther potentially. You know, for this one, you might see more of a, maybe back down to these areas potentially. That's a while away, a month back in time. I don't know. That 6 hour not looking too good, not looking too sharp there. I mean, these other time frames. However, other time frames are not awful. That could just be a fluke there, so that's what we got to keep in mind. So yeah. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, we're still doing our $100 giveaway every week to one person that signs with my link, deposits any amount over on FAIRDESK. FAIRDESK is really good because you don't need to use a VPN. Also, no KYC is required. So it's a good exchange I've been using a lot lately. And MEXC is great as well. 0 limit fees with my link down below. And then the newest sponsor of the channel is going to be Zoomex. So those are the 3 main exchanges I'm using right now. Zoomex is the one CryptoFace has been using. The one we do on Trading Wars as well. So if you guys are interested, check those out. Those links if you want to trade. So yeah, for experienced traders only, as Carl from the Moon would say. If we look at DOT a little bit here, yeah, VWAP coming up. So DOT looks like you could see some continuation here on the larger time frames. Coming down that trigger wave to the downside, but you have that one to the upside, and the money flow is still strong. We're in an uptrend. Trigger wave right there. A little tough to read, a little tough to say. We keeping an eye on this ETH potential kind of along here. I almost want to take this because 1, 2, 3, 4 came down a lot, and now it kind of does look. Oh, it's a good risk reward ratio too. Yeah, it does look like you might be able to get a little bit of upside here. At least a little bit of upside. So yeah, Palantir. This stock looks like it could come up a little bit more, maybe back up to 25. I think it's going to be a pretty big area for this. That 2-week bear div, if that does play out, but that's going to take time. $25, I think you could get to. And in terms of other stocks I've been keeping my eye on, is PayPal, and $57. It's a slow comer, could be risky, could go down lower, sure, especially if we go into a recession. But that monthly may give us bullish div. 2-week, confirmed a bullish div. Your weekly also just confirmed a bullish div. So it is looking pretty. Like you want some relief here, and it's a profitable company, down about 80%, I believe. A little over. So, yeah, I mean, nothing's going to go down forever, especially a profitable company, 83% down. Some deep value there potentially. What's up? What's up, tech? Hope you guys can hear me okay, using a different microphone in a different location. So, yeah. And Doge. Let's take a look at the Doge coin. So, yeah. Monthly green dot there. Where's our blood diamond? Yeah, 6-hour blood diamond. So trigger wave to the downside there. That could lead to some more downside potential if the bearish case does play out for a lot of this market. Do kind of like the money flow in the 3-day. I think the 3-day and the 2-day are our main bullish cases right now. That weekly on Coinbase does look pretty good, and I do think that you got a technical target up here, 138, but you have another kind of technical target around 155. Those wicks, that could be big. 155 now. Yeah, I do think longing this up to 155 probably is not a terrible idea. That could be where you end up. Bitcoin at 40 to 50K probably. Probably 40K would be enough to get this up to 150 potentially. I'm curious about the other one that was Robinhood. That's all the way back down. Wow. Thought this would show a little bit more strength. This could be some deep value. I don't know though. Don't know though. I was hoping for some more, kind of strength here, but yeah. AVAX, I want to take a look at. Yeah. Big kind of area here, that high. Money flow still looking good. It looks like you may have more. She may have more in her. Up to 30, 31. There's a fib level at 30 as well. And I think Bitcoin going up to 40K, 39K might be enough to bring this up to, like $30 maybe. Short term, like a lot of these markets, it does look a little bit like it wants to pull back. That's what we got to keep in mind here. So, yeah. Also, let's see. Take a look at, let's see, AMP. Yeah, this one was another shit token, really starting to see some relief here. I wanted to look at the other one, persistence. This is the other one we've been keeping our eye on here in the Discord. CBZ was the one who found this, who knew about this one. And yeah, a lot of this market is looking for some type of healthy correction, some type of pullback here for a lot of it. We'll see how much it lasts. It's tough to read overall. Matic, let's keep an eye on. Yeah, I mean, 4 hour coming down. Red dots there. It does look like you could see some more of a kind of pullback here potentially. Yeah, potentially a little bit more of a pullback. And then the TLT, this one was one that I do have a position in. I'd rather buy Bitcoin though, but I do have a little bit in this. And I do think that, especially with this monthly bull div forming, I do think this could have a good year ahead of it. Bonk XRD. Oh man. Actually, I want to look at this on like MEXC maybe. Yeah, this one could, see some upside potential. Yeah. A little new, but I could see this doing something here. Maybe up to 0.068. Big area right there. Yeah, looks like you could push through this. Potentially. Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's coming down. Made it a little bit above the 2022 high, and then nope, right down. Let's see what happens here. Trigger wave forming, that could be a really good, I don't know why the hell this is priced so highly, $8,000, but yeah, these trigger waves forming on these higher time frames, man, these definitely could be something. I just want to look at the standard and poor. Yeah, come off the VWAP there. Big area though, and that money flow is coming out. It's just kind of the opposite of Bitcoin on the 2-day and the 3-day. The 2-day and the 3-day is the main bearish case in the S&P 500. Ah, man, this looks like this guy could keep going. Potentially keep going a little bit more, especially if that monthly gives us a green dot here. But yeah. Uniswap was one I wanted to take a look. See that looks, yeah, that monthly, man. Yeah, not too much longer until we confirm that 10 days. Money flow coming up here. She might have it. You know, a lot of these too are just very standard bubble pop patterns, especially if you look on the weekly. And zoom out a little bit, you know, kind of the depression phase down here, and now if we come up higher, you're going to enter the disbelief phase, or you're kind of almost there. And it could potentially continue forward. Was H bar? Yeah, that's one of the ones I wanted to definitely look at today. So yeah, obviously big place, you know, kind of same pattern. A lot of these altcoins. Looks like we could enter a disbelief phase soon. I think you got 9 cents in you potentially. I think you may have 9 cents. That's going to be a huge area. The high of 23. It could take time. But this is looking pretty good. I do think you could see more continuation with this one. Some consolidation, then a jump up to potentially that 9 cent area. I am long on this. This is one of the ones I do have a long trade in the Aldo Entire Discord. Not a bad risk reward ratio if you're trying to go that high. They could take time though, but I mean this wick is going to be big there. I mean you could put a stop down to this area. I have one with a tighter stop, but I believe it's in profit in the Discord. Yeah, it definitely is. And yeah. It was from Tuesday, but yeah, this one's doing pretty well. So if you guys want more info on that, link down below. Now, I was doing some better risk-reward ratios, so if you do see a lot of trades, you know, a couple of them in a row get stopped out, which they have, you know, you only really need a win, you know, with the risk-reward ratios I've been doing, you know, 40 or 50% of the trades. I may start doing more one-on-one risk-reward ratios. People tend to like those a little bit better in terms of trying to follow somebody, which you shouldn't really do. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, we do a lot of TA, you know, exclusive TA and stuff in there. It's me, you know, CBZ, Landacor, and KMAC providing a really good product there. So check it out down below if you guys are interested. Also, like I mentioned before, FAIRDESK, we always do the $100 promo every week. We announce the winner in the Discord every week. Who wins that? And yeah, check it out. Links down below. Zoomex, we have a new promo too. All the info is down below. Get it here first, folks. Yeah, I mean, 2 hour bear div. We'll see how this plays out. I'm kind of more in the bull camp with this money flow, green tie. Yeah. We'll see. Cardano as well, hitting a local kind of you know, golden pocket thing, getting some relief there. I do think Cardano could potentially get up to its 2023 high, 45 cents in the next few months by end of year potentially. Nice kind of W pattern, you know, triple bottom type thing, I guess, kind of formed here. If you break above that, oh man, I mean, you get out of this crap, then you're going at 75 cents, and that could be, you know, a good target for next year, maybe next year or something. So yeah, should take a look at a couple of the meme coins. Bitcoin 2, still looking strong. Not really. I think that may just fall off. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin 2. Oh yeah, the Dixie I wanted to look at. Definitely wanted to look at the Dixie today. And hopefully our connection a little bit bad. Sometimes it cuts out with the cable internet up here. But yeah, hopefully it's all right. And yeah. Yeah, that, man, the weekly on the Dixie not looking too hot. I don't think this, I think this is generally going to head down a little bit more, and we're going to see, you know, more money flow into, you know, potentially more risk on it. Crypto, you know, traditional markets, gold, silver probably too. And I want to look at gold, silver, because gold, silver could be, I think it'll do well. You know, like I've said about gold and silver, you know, it's how long do you want to wait? But I think it will have a good decade ahead of it, next couple of years. Silver too, taking its time. Too slow. But it is looking good. I mean, it is looking good here. If we look at the freaking NASDAQ, it's high too. Oh yeah, yeah, we're not too far from all-time highs. Big area here. Can we break through? Yeah, that's the big question. It seems like we could be forming more of a cup and handle. It kind of is potentially looking like we could break through. Yeah. Nice kind of cup and handle thing forming. Oh my God, if you were to break through this, it's the end of the US dollar as we know it. But yeah. Also, if you wanted to look at, I mean, you guys know I'm bullish on Miami real estate, but it's still, you know, she's still coming up every couple. Let's look at the daily here. She's still going. She is still going. If you bought something, you know, just a couple weeks ago, you're up almost 1%, bro. You're up a little bit. If you bought something a couple months ago, if you bought something, you know, in June, you're up 3-4%. Man, you know, she keeps going. She keeps going. Look at that weekly. I know we need a cool here. He's bullish on real estate. But yeah. I think we got another 5 years with real estate, hopefully. Apple. Seems like we're going to dodge the bullet yet again. We're going to dodge the bullet yet again. Not going to have that bear div play out too much in the monthly. At least not yet. It could, but so far, I mean, you're creeping back. So far, you are creeping back. So yeah. And then probably the good thing for crypto, oil's generally been headed down. That weekly, I think, could recover though. That weekly. I want to look at Exxon. Exxon seems like it's getting a little jump here. So, yeah, maybe we might see a little bit more oil start to come up a bit more. Oh, what's the other one that people have been talking about a little bit? Yeah, ApeCoin, yeah. And yeah, here we go, ApeCoin. Yeah, nice textbook, 3 LOXs. Well, usually you want 4 or 5, but the daily's got what you need. Ooh, this could be voluptuous. ApeCoin, ape. ApeCoin. So, I mean, trigger wave on the daily, that's going to confirm in 2 hours. Oh, man, where could that bring you up to? I mean, maybe up here, 183. I think ApeCoin could come up a little bit more here, potentially. ApeCoin looks pretty good. Yeah, it's a meme coin, obviously, but I do think the NFTs could kind of do well. As well, and this generally, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this generally follows like the mutant apes, you know, all that crap pretty, the bored apes, all that stuff pretty closely. Good way to potentially get exposure if you don't want to buy a full bored ape or mutant ape or whatever. I don't know if they give you airdrops with this, I don't know, but yeah, there's been a few like micro caps that have been pumping. Somebody was telling me about Neon. Yeah, I mean, take this as you will. Hitting that big point, I don't know what's gonna happen here. There was Python as well. This one, yeah. Oh, that's so new. Yeah. We'll see what happens with this one. Yeah, I mean, there's, the longer you're in this game, there's just always new crap coming. There's always new stuff. I mean, still generally in a downtrend here, but we'll see what happens on. Yeah, that daily on a lot of these, I think, could save the day. Get the pun. But yeah. So let's just see what's happening with Bitcoin at the moment. Ooh, yeah. So she came down, she corrected a little bit, kind of as expected, and then trigger wave right here. So this is what I've been telling you guys to keep an eye on, especially in an uptrend. Trigger wave. Well, we got to look at it in the 15-minute, but another one could bring you up higher. You know, that's why I've been a little hesitant to try to short this, because I do think 39K could be in the cards here. Best time to DCA ETH now into pre-halving. Historically, that would be the answer to your question. And this trade, I didn't take it because I'm streaming right now. I probably should have. But this is looking decent. I think we could get a little bit higher here. I think we could get a little bit more here in the short term. Based on that 1 minute. Bonk, I don't know what the hell that even is. I mean, I was trying to look at it. It's hitting a big point. I don't know, man. I looked at it. Yeah, I already looked at this. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's getting bear divs. I couldn't tell you. It's hard to say. I just want to look at ETH Bitcoin because this could be bottoming. This could be bottoming against Bitcoin, which I think it might be. Especially if you look at that, yellow axis, that daily, daily 2 days. Yellow axis look for cell exhaustion, trigger waves, and crab forming. Now you are coming down a little bit. So we'll see. I don't know if it's bottomed. It could be. Definitely could be. I mean, if you ask Ben Cowan, he would probably tell you no. But, that's what we got to keep in mind, especially keep an eye on this kind of 2 week here. See if that confirms. That's a good sign. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like back here where you have to wait another long time. I mean, you could be getting close to the bottom here. Definitely could be. I like ETH. It's a powerhouse. It came down almost 40% against Bitcoin. That's enough. That could be enough. 40% could be enough. I mean, here it was probably freaking, this was 90%, but, half that about, could be. Bitcoin dominance, I wanted to keep an eye on here. So, bear divs and such, monthly, or actually, 2 week bear div almost getting there. There's gap to our size. Getting a little bit of relief, but daily, I do think Bitcoin dominance may kind of come down farther. Tough to say with this. I think you're getting close to the top. I'm sure you still could go to 60. I think you're getting close to the top of this. If the F54, 55 was not the top. Regardless, I think alt's got a good shot of, fighting back a bit. But yeah. ETH Bitcoin bouncing, yeah, I believe it. Let's look at total 3. And this is, this is what I've been talking about waiting for the longest time. This signal to start DCing alts. And now we're there. So I've been starting to DCA alts kind of beginning of this month, And I'm planning on doing it kind of until halving. Can this go lower? Can it make a lower low? I don't think so. I think we kind of have been bottomed out, theoretically. Other than the Black Swan there, this would tell you that you kind of have been. Well, even by that, it would tell you that you have been. But the 4-year cycle, you also kind of have been, not counting the Black Swan. So, yeah. Hard to say, though. Anything could happen, obviously. Let's look at total 2 as well. Same deal. 10 days to confirm this. That does look like you'll generally kind of come forward. Come up more. We'll see what happens, though. But yeah, I think ETH and some good alts are a good thing to DCA in for the next, until post-halving, until halving. I think that's a good place. There's a lot of new crap coming into the market that may not, be careful with that, obviously. But the old and good faithful alts, a lot of those have good potential. Let's look at Fetch. Big area right there. Kind of looking like you might be able to keep going. Come up higher right there, 84 cents or something. So yeah. Let's see. We already looked at ApeCoin. I'm kind of bullish on Ape right now. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, if you break upward from this pattern, 39 is the best next thing. Probably confirm that on the 15. Yeah, confirm the trigger wave. You have the bull bear div there on the 2 hour, but I kind of like that money flow on the 3. be a bear trap. Trapping these bears, man. Trapping these bears. I don't know. Don't know. Oh yeah, we gotta look at Solana. So can we hold this area, jump up more based on the this one's over a little bit more lopsided than some other things. Weekly still looks decent. You're kind of forming a head and shoulders though. I don't know if I would be going long on this right now. Definitely would be a little hesitant to go long on Solana, especially after a crazy run up. It could come up higher to 70. Well, it's 60. So 75 is the big area. 75, 77 after 88. Yeah. Peppy. How's Peppy doing? Pepe. So I think I was talking about potentially, yeah. I think the trade for this would be that, yeah, that freaking trigger wave on the daily, yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yeah, if it does confirm it. It's going away on the freaking, be careful, that's a head and shoulder type thing, but yep. And back up to kind of that area. One of these, not impossible. Kind of looking like it might. It looks pretty good. It is peppy though. I'd probably rather screw with. Well, I'd want to wait till this confirms this trigger wave here. Kind of bizarre, kind of weird how it's not on regulars, but it's on Heikkens. That's a little weird. It's not too common that you get that. Oh man, oh man. Oh, it should. Trend reversal here. I mean, that's either going to trend reversal. I mean, obviously, this is obvious thing. It's we're either going to go up or go down. I think that could be trend reversal from the downside, and then you're going to head up more. Money flow coming up there. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. See if we could break above that on Bitcoin. We might. Bear div on the 1 minute. Could be a little scalp short here, actually. What did I do to my? I must have bruised my shin. There you go. Heal that. Kind of alchemating. Getting used to this. Gotta get used to this like colder climate up here. Been a minute. But yeah, it's a 1 minute. Yeah. You can see some short term. Drop down to that area. Let's see that risk reward ratio. Yeah, not a good risk reward ratio, but still. I mean, you could almost get 1-to-1 there. Not a terrible setup. Come on. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's see. Litcoin. trigger wave right there. Litecoin could do some, yeah, go more. I mean, there's many things I like better in Litecoin, but I do think it'll generally be headed up over the next year or two, next 2 years. That's what I kind of think on lit token. We gotta make a lit token. Lit token. Take a look. See. Selling the shit coins. I mean, it depends what shit coins. I don't know. A lot of the new ones that are gaining steam, I'm not extremely hopeful on. But, you know, generally it would be the next in 2 years from now would be the time to sell. How's the video looking? Are we making it? Oh my god, we just made a new all-time high. This is insane. This is pretty insane. Wow. It's just like the NASDAQ, like just nothing can stop the freaking traditional markets. It's just like nothing can stop it. Let's look at some commodities. Cattle. Yeah, trigger wave forming on the weekly. I mean, it could be the top for cattle. He made a higher high than 2019, but with all that money print, monthly does look bearish. Weekly forming that trigger wave, that could be what saves the day for cattle, brings us up higher. Metal time frame's not looking terrible. I don't know. Alluvium. I don't know much about Alluvium, but I do think it potentially could keep pumping. I think 250 would be a wow. I mean, you are hitting a big area right here. You're higher than your 23 high. I mean, I'm not seeing any major signs of slowing down just yet. I do think it could continue to run potentially over the next 2 years. 250 would be kind of the next huge area. After that, you're looking at 475 or something. Let's see, this went down 97, 98. Yeah, could keep going. Could keep going. This is another one that, could keep going a little bit. A lot of these look like, I mean, over the next couple of years. Stream volume on Twitch is barely audible. Okay, I'm using a little bit of a different microphone, so that could be why. Are you guys able to hear? I think everybody's able to hear me okay on YouTube. I don't know what's affecting it for Twitch. Using a Blue Yeti right now. It's looking okay on my end. Looking all right on my end. Maybe I'm trying to move the gain up. I don't know. I don't think that's really doing it. But yeah, what's up, Raz? Maybe go over to YouTube. I don't know. There's not really anything on my end I could do to help it. But yeah, I mean, right now we're looking at, oh, we did go higher here. Yeah, that spiral line, we were looking at that potential kind of spider line area. Why is it not showing? Hold on. Oh, yeah, that area. Looking like you may hold that as support. I mean, I am generally more long right now. I think it's probably not the best idea to be fighting the trend right here. You do have a little bit of bearish signs, but that 3 hour I do think can potentially bring you up more. What was that? Is the hourly printing a? Okay. What was the time frame printing a green dot? Oh, it was that one. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might see that jump up to 39. Oh, okay. It's all about coming closer to the microphone. Let me move the microphone right in front of me. Maybe project my voice a little bit better. Yeah, let's keep it there. That's the closest. But yeah, probably gonna get off in a few minutes anyway. So yeah. Oh man. Let's see. So, I mean, we've been looking at a lot of stuff today. Amazon, I want to look at. Well, it's kind of a large, like, reverse head and shoulder type thing forming. I mean, if this does follow in the footsteps of Microsoft and Apple, you could be looking at, yeah, I mean, if that's your neckline, yeah, new all-time high or close to it, $200. Maybe, excuse me. Unemployment is our biggest fear, as I've mentioned a lot lately, guys. Unemployment is our biggest fear right now, but generally, Bitcoin looks bullish on the macro. Traditional markets look bullish on the macro. Gold and silver look pretty bullish on the macro. And yeah, I mean, betting that the US dollar is going to keep going down, I'll take that bet. So yeah. What was the other thing I wanted to look at? Oh yeah. Because this is our biggest fear here. Unemployment level, I think. Yeah. That looks like a bullish chart if I've ever seen one. 3.9 now. Man, it seems like every time you come down to like these really low levels, I mean, this just kind of trends down over time. I mean, other than, Great Depression type stuff. 1969 was a rough area for it, but yeah, it was that hit right there, that area for unemployment. Bam. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, can unemployment rise while inflation still keeps these things up? Maybe. Definitely possible. All that money printed, yeah. Wanted to look at, SPX versus M2, and now it's kind of looking like we might be able to jump through this almost. I don't know, though. Yeah, because now you're hitting it again. I mean, maybe you have that double top type thing. Double top, and then, yeah. It looks like you can almost come through. I mean, you're like forming a head and shoulder type thing. You break above. I mean, and that's pretty momentous. If you keep breaking above this without printing money, that's momentous. I mean, that's wild. I mean, if you're able to, all these OnlyFans creators, they're stirring up the economy, they're buying this, bringing it up higher. Who's doing well right now? But yeah. 2025 winter would be, I mean, that would be the generally the end of the 4-year cycle for the bull run, and that would generally mean things would start to come down then, probably 2026 as well. So yeah, that would be the obvious place to kind of be, sell and put more money into, the US dollar. Yeah. I want to look at the Dow quickly. That's been sideways for a while. That's been sideways for years here. Let me flip coming up right there. Did anyone see that the Argentinian president that won? Interesting guy. This could be, if we see more relief here. It could be, Lance. I mean, they're making that's a lot of the economy, man. That's a lot of the American economy is OnlyFans, man. It's like it's like 80% of the U.S. economy. We'll see what happens with that. Argentina, yeah. I mean, he got a lot of attention. It was kind of, you know, I don't know much about him. He has weird hair. Hmm. H bar. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to go to Argentina now. It's probably a good place to visit. Trigger wave to the upside there. Yeah. Let's look at ETH. Maybe we can hold this area. I don't know. I mean, there definitely could be more downside potential here. Yeah, now we're losing that area. Yeah. So I see something. So yeah, then you came, made a high there, and then you might be. Yeah, I could see some downside. You also see some upside. Tough to say. I like the 3-day here, kind of that money flow. Let's look at McDonald's. Is it doing good? It's probably doing good, right? It's recovering, yeah. Had a little blip, and then, yeah, kind of like 2022. Some of this shit just keeps going up and up. Wow, yeah. Yeah, it seems like you probably do what you always done. Trend's your friend. I mean, you come down a little bit, and then, you know, just recover. That seems like what normally happens here. Similar to Apple. Similar to a lot of stuff. Yeah. This is the one that just made a new all-time high, and nothing bearish played out at all there. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think that, I mean, as of right now, traditional markets, Bitcoin, everything looks pretty bullish in the macro. Nifty 50. That's like the more volatile version of the S&P 500. This versus SPX could be interesting. I mean, it generally came up, you know, this decade. Yeah, it definitely bled against it a good amount, but kind of the same. Yeah. Yeah, EZTV. I mean, that's the truth. Yeah, wars, all that stuff. I mean, more inflation, money going down. Yeah, that's the truth right there. So that's why, I mean, you need hedges against the inflation. Bitcoin's probably the best one, I think, the way we are in the 4-year cycle. Other good options, gold, silver, you know, real estate even, and then decent companies, you know, NASDAQ, S&P 500. So yeah, pretty much everything except the US dollar. What's up, Bobby, Joby? Appreciate you, man. I don't think the VIX is going to tell us much, right? At least right now. Meta almost back up to all-time highs. Wow. Holy moly. That was a big drop. And then, yeah, I mean, nothing looks that bad, guys. Nothing looks that. I'm not seeing any sign. I mean, you could push through all-time highs. Could push through all-time highs here. I think we actually already looked at Palantir today, believe it or not, Anthony. Yeah, I was looking at this. I mean, this area seems likely 25. I mean, I could be wrong, but 25 seems likely here. I do think, yeah, there. And then if you could break above 25, you're looking at $30. But 25 is a big freaking area because that's going back to November 21. And you're up from this kind of reverse head and shoulders. You're already up 150%. So, yeah, could be going up to 25. PayPal I like too. I like how PayPal looks. Just down so much. Hopefully they could pull a Netflix or a Meta or whatever. Let's look at Netflix. No, wrong one. Holy moly, yeah. You're still quite a ways off from all-time highs, though. Favorite chart? No. Yeah, it looks like Netflix might be able to keep going. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Hey, we looked at gold. Yeah, I mean, even gold, yeah. A lot of stuff looks good. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Cheers. Gotta love London. Gotta love London. Love it here in the States. Love it here in the UK. SEC just sued Kraken. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, they don't have a token to look at, so there's that. Look at BNB, though. I don't know what's going to happen with this. It kind of looks like you might be bottoming out here. I mean, unless you could break down lower. But CZ, it looks like he gets away with, I mean, we know the info. We know the info for settling here, and it looks like that, you know, you could just keep bumping up. So, yeah. A little bit boring, the yawn. But yeah. Move the microphone closer. But yeah, there's not much else to look at right now, guys. Probably going to wrap it up in a minute here. We've been on about an hour. Look, I mean, I like how the 3 hour looks. You know, the main thing stopping us here is some of these lower time frames in this rejection. But, I mean, I think you might be able to keep going. I think you might be able to break up higher. We'll see what happens, though. We definitely got to see what happens here. Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you are interested in trading, check out FAIRDESK down below. $100 bonus we give away every week with my link. Got really good odds of winning it. Deposit any amount. Sign up my link, deposit any amount, do one futures trade, and you got a really good shot of getting the $100 trading bonus. Zoomex, limited time. I think there's only so many spots open. Don't know how many are left, but there's limited number of spots open for, I believe, a $20 trading bonus. And then MEXC, 0 limit fees with my link. A lot of the shit tokens are on MEXC, especially the ones Landicore has been killing it with in the Discord. So check all those things out. Really appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Pray to see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.